Holly. Laurel for her excellence in all subjects and her motivation to be integrated into the OIB system. We wish her good luck. Laurel, please. Hayley Lightsey. For academic excellence and her exemplary attitude. Mariana Parente Lobau. For her hard work and integration in the French system. João Moreira do Gouveia. For his integration into the French system and being a role model for the other students. Julia Murray. For her hard work and also for being a role model for the other students. Carlos Parente Lobau. For his hard work and impressive progress in all subjects. Okay. And finally, Bailey Murray. For his exemplary work ethic. There might be other prizes later, you never know. And now I would ask Mrs. Esposito to come on stage and share with us some of the memorable moments from this year's Harvard Model Congress Conference.
Good evening. This year's Harvard Model Congress Europe was held again in Madrid, Spain. 700 students representing high schools from almost every continent were present. Our students were in international committees, the UN Security Council, G7, and the ICC International Criminal Court, and also in domestic committees, the Supreme Court and District Court, the Presidential Cabinet, and the National Security Council, and media. From October to mid-March, our students spend time and energy preparing, researching, learning. They step out of their comfort zones and take risks. They think, they reason, they make real decisions. They learn what they are really capable of. At the end, 5 of our students came away with awards of excellence. Even though the return to Claremont is met with much regret after those 3 days at HMCE, and after we have all recuperated, the students begin their work on preparing their own conference. They replicate what they experienced for those who did not attend right here at our school for Mini Model Congress. They take on the roles of mentors and teachers this year for over 90 students. I can't even begin to tell you how wonderful it was to work with our 25 students. They were absolutely amazing. each and every one of them. As this year comes to an end, I cannot say that I'm relieved that everything is finally done. Far from it. I will miss working side by side with these 25 students. I will miss, during lunch period, trying to smooth over a disagreement about how to defend a case. I will miss the panicked emails late in the evening. Well, maybe not those. And I will miss just sitting back in awe, watching two students debate a particular point, not even needing my intervention. I will truly miss this year's team deeply. Okay, just before we go on to the student certificates, I'd like to recognize faculty members who worked with this year's HMCE delegation and Mini Model Congress. First of all, I would like to thank Genevieve Guiton for all her time and energy. She works behind the scenes, but she is an essential part of HMCE. I'd like to thank Anna Pesce, without whom we would have all gone hungry in Madrid. Unfortunately, she can't be with us today, but she sends her very best regards. I'd also like to thank Elena Popovici for her support. An integral person in HMCE who was there to help smooth out every bump, who was there every time I thought we could not work through a situation and find a solution, without whom I could have never gotten through HMCE sanely. Kimberly Murray. Kim coached Supreme Court and ICC. We had also Jerry Moran, who coached Supreme Court. Christine Cost, who coached Presidential Cabinet. Kevin Clark, who coached UNSC. And Jocelyn Thomas, who coached G7. And unfortunately, she could not be present with us today, Margaret Monfrode, who coached media. And the faculty advisors for Mini Model Congress were Kimberly Murray, Diane Legenik, welcome to Supreme Court, Jerry Moran, and Kevin Clark. And I'd also like to extend a big thank you to other members of the faculty who helped us organize in the organization of Mini Model on that day. A big thank you to Glenda Burbridge, Valerie Paniaga, Michelle Brooks, Gisèle Laurent, and Cindy Legge. Okay, we would now like to recognize the students who are the heart and soul of HMCE and Mini Model Congress. Our HMCE delegates were Mini Model Congress's committee chairs. And we're going to announce them by teams. Okay, we had 2 teams in Supreme Court this year, Brian Lopez and Julia Murray. And Leah Vecheron and Shreya Subramanian. I'd also like to mention Julia received an award for excellence in Supreme Court at HMCE. And we'd also like to recognize Julia for her outstanding leadership during the Mini Model Congress. Okay, we also had two teams in ICC, International Criminal Court. The first team, we had 3 members, Joshua Henry, James Cross, and Judy Pierrot. And we affectionately call them the J team. The other team in ICC was Alyssa Stokes, Laura Castillo, and Claire Coupé. And they were affectionately known as the Minion Team. Both Julie and Claire Orange received awards for excellence in ICC in Madrid. Next we have the United Nations Security Council. We had Oriane Coupé, who represented Chad. Sam Cumby, who represented Malaysia. And Chloé Joubert, who represented France. Okay, and Chloe also received an award for excellence in UNSC in Madrid. And we'd also like to recognize Chloe for her outstanding organizational skills during Mini Model Congress. Thank you for your time. We have National Security Council, NSC. We had William Momprode, who's not here, who played the role of Dennis McDonough, the White House Chief of Staff. And Bailey Murray, who played the role of Chuck Hagel, the U.S. Secretary of Defense. We also had students in the Presidential Cabinet Committee. We had Cristiana Popovici, who played the role of... Cristiana? She played the role of Eric Holder, the Attorney General, but without the mustache. And Sandra Jica, who played the role of Rebecca Blanks, the Secretary of Commerce. In media, we had Santiago Gutierrez, who played the role of Chris Cillizza from the Washington Post, and his articles are still online if you want to see them. And then we had okay, we also had in G7, we had, sorry for the pronunciation, Mateusz Adamczyk. And finally, last but not least, the team Daly and Brian perpetually called the Storytellers District Court. We had Irene Castillo, Melissa Dunn, Baptiste Ladon, Jordan Mercer, Leslie Minot, and Sharkmeller. Congratulations to all the HMC delegates and mini model chairs. Let's hear it for HMCE 2015. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Esposito, and what a dynamic bunch. This year again, we have enjoyed debates on a wide range of subjects. Our students have had the opportunity to express their opinions freely on a variety of very heated issues. Mr. Moran will now share some details of this year's debates. Mr. Moran.
Hello, this will be reasonably quick. I wanted to speak about this morning's debate, which was astonishing. It dragged in a number of teachers. We've discovered what zoochosis is now. The hottest debate this year was obviously, I think, in February about free speech. That was something, again, pretty astonishing, but I can't thank everybody. There are so many fantastic speakers throughout the year, but I want to single out especially, not necessarily always the best speakers, but often they were, but the people who worked, who prepared. First of all, Georgia Mercer for a fantastic small approach and her contributions to debate, always coming prepared, and for making even people on her own side turn against her. And again, you must be fed up of seeing this girl, Julia Murray, also for a fantastic work. And it runs in the family, Bailey Murray, also for his fantastic work and preparation. I will come back to the microphone. Thank you, Sylvia. And finally, if I could give it to lots of people, but we decided to limit it to 4 awards because he comes with such moral conviction and preparation repeatedly. Brian Lopez. So thanks to all of the whole team, the whole school, especially also to the Massillon students. Many of them are not here because we do the cesium up to Terminal OFA. And we'd like to invite you all to sing at the end of this thing, the Massillon students as well. So thank you. You can now.
The variety show has become a major annual event in the life of EBI. Organised by Mr. Moran, this year's show was called Boo and involved most of our students in writing, producing, acting, designing sets and costumes, and of course with a great team of parents behind the scenes. So I'll hand over to Mr. Moran again, who will talk briefly about the variety show.
Okay, there are people that are not written down here that I want to thank. That's Genevieve Guiton, who again gets a lot of the work, and again, she's never visible, so thank you, Genevieve, for all of your help. Thanks to Raquel. I would ask you maybe not to clap until the end, because then we can maybe get through it a little bit faster. So thanks to Appel, thanks to Mrs. Murray, thanks to all the people who came. I can't name you all, but there was fantastic support from the parents, and fantastic performances. It was a fantastic team to work with, dealing with a thing like fear, and ending up with a good beat. We really enjoyed the show. There were some astonishing performances there. I want to say goodbye to people who've done 7 variety shows. That's a lot of pain, blood, sweat and tears. So the 62 actors that took part this year, many of them were Massillon, a huge contribution from Massillon, so we're very proud of that. And for our choreographer for many years, Emma Davis. Don't clap until the end, please. Emma Davis. Gabrielle, come on. Gabrielle Moran. Rhys Davis. for his technical excellence throughout the years. They've been in 7 shows overall, so this is the end of an era. Saying goodbye to Reese, Emma, and Gabriel, my son, who's not coming. Okay. So thank you so much. But 2 people have done 5 shows. There are 2 people in the audience who've done 5 shows, going back 7 or 8 years. That is Melissa Dunn, who's done 5 shows, and Sean Moran, also who's leading the school this year, who've also done 5 shows. So Melissa and Sean, if you could come up and get your awards as well. Also mentioned for a little guy who's only 11 years of age, but he comes down here each year, sets up the lights, and that's Paco Largi Noob. I'm not sure he's here. He's not. Okay, so we'll move on. Fantastic lights. And I also want to single out a few people. I could mention every one of the 62 because you all give something. And especially I want to thank the writers. Julia, Bailey Murray, Sam Cundy, Michael Payette, and the great Chloe Hubert for your fantastic work. I'll keep on. And now we're going to take a little break and show you a 4-minute highlight clip of this year's Insanity called Boom. Can we lower? Okay. Go down and watch the highlights.
I've only got one word to say after that. Wow. This year again, we decided to involve the students in a practical way to see the benefit of their efforts. So just before Christmas, they organised a food bank in the library and also went to the local supermarket where they were given a budget per group to buy as much food with the money that they had been allocated. At the end of the day, they all helped to load up the truck with their purchases. Not only was this a super fun event, but it was a hands-on experience which made the students aware of the needs of others. So a big thanks to all the students and teachers who worked together to make this project possible. This year the school decided to support the effort of another school not far from here, the Victor Hugo College in Saint-York, which successfully reached the world final of the first Lego League in St. Louis, USA. The €300 given by our school enabled the students to visit museums and get to know this town. Unfortunately, the students cannot be with us this evening, since at this very moment they are being congratulated by the mayor of the town for their remarkable performance. We look forward to seeing their project when they come to visit us next term. So well done to this little group of students and to their teacher. They have, however, sent an ambassador to say a few words on their behalf. So, Bethany, would you like to share some things with us?
I'm very short. So I just want to thank you very much because you trust them and you really help them reach their goals. So thank you very much for your support. Should I speak in French for some people who doesn't speak English much? So,